Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Anthony and in today's video, I've got something quite exciting. I am going to be going through the top questions that get asked on Answer the Public. Now if you don't know what Answer the Public is, it's basically a website where you can type in a question or a phrase or whatever, and it comes up with a list of questions or a list of things that people like yourself are Googling about certain topics. So what I've done is I've gone on Answer the Public and typed in fashion design to see what the most asked questions are about the industry that I've been working in for a long time. And I thought it'd be great to do a bit of a Q&A based on these questions so you can get some answers around the most asked questions out there. Now if you're new here, hi, my name's Anthony. I'm a fashion designer with over 10 years experience and I've worked in high-end, branded and fast fashion. And this channel is dedicated to helping you becoming the best designer possible. Whether it be videos like this where I'm answering different questions, a day in the life video so you can see what designers actually do, or more targeted videos about how to do tech packs or how to become a fashion designer. And before we get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help my channel to grow. Especially that like button, you have no idea how much it helps boost my videos and promote it with YouTube's algorithm. Please also leave a comment because I like to chat to you guys and get to know you a little bit better and build this fashion community up. Alright, okay, with that out of the way, let's just dive in and answer some of these questions. Now, I'm going to throw up on the screen the ring of questions that's come, and I'm going to take a question from each one of these sections to answer. Now, as you can see with this ring of questions, the most asked questions are in bright green, and they fade off depending on how much they've been asked. And the first section I'm going to go to is, why is fashion design so important? Well, fashion can be really important in loads of different ways. It's the way we clothe ourselves, it's the way we express ourselves, it's the way that we can communicate political issues. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world at the moment, and a lot of fashion is coming forward as a result of the things that are going on. Fashion can be a political statement, and it's really important to fight for your rights and make sure that you as an individual is heard. And that's where fashion comes in. It helps you become an individual and it helps you portray yourself how you want to be seen. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next one and say, why is fashion a good career? Well, it's an amazing career to get into because there are so many different facets to fashion that you might not even be aware of. I've done a whole video on 10 different jobs in fashion, so I'm not gonna go over them now, but there is something for everybody in fashion. If you are really into numbers, you can become a merchandiser. If you are really into styling, or if you're really into the actual way that the garments are worn, you can go into styling. If you like the relation between money, fashion and design, you can become a buyer. And if you actually like working with the product and you like putting the seams on and coming up with creative ideas, you can become a designer. It's so multifaceted and there's so many more careers in that there is something for everyone. But also, fashion's great if you are in the kind of industry that I'm in, where it's design, fast fashion and high end, because you get to travel all over the world. I've gone to so many places with my career and I feel really lucky and privileged to be able to have done that, and it's such a fun career. There's nothing more fun than seeing a garment that you've worked on for so long being worn by someone in the street. Such a good feeling. Okay, so the next question is, which university offer fashion design? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've done a few different videos on different universities around the world. There's one that I've done specifically for USA and one that I've done for the world in general, the best fashion universities. But in all honesty, majority of universities offer fashion design courses. All you really need to do is Google a university or college that's close to you and see if they've got a fashion design course. Now it all depends on what you want to learn, whether that university is right for you, and ideally a sandwich course, because a sandwich course includes a 1-year placement and that will set you up so much for when you actually come to work in the industry. Okay, let's go to the next one. So what is the difference between fashion and design? Now this is quite a tricky one to answer because there isn't a difference, they're synonymous with each other. Fashion is the clothing, design is designing the clothing, but if you're talking from a workplace environment, then if you're a fashion stylist, you won't be designing clothing, you'll be almost curating clothing to style the garments. So there is a bit of a difference there, and if you want to be a designer, you will be designing the garments, you'll be drawing, you'll be working on Illustrator, and you'll be working on loads of different programs, and also doing product development to follow that up. Whereas if you want to work in styling, you'll probably be having better relationships with brands, you'll probably be getting samples and garments to style garments on celebrities or models or photo shoots. Okay, so what is fashion design and technology? Now there's two parts and two answers to this question. So what is fashion design and technology, and then what is fashion technology almost? So fashion design and technology is the ability to design a garment and then manufacture that garment using patterns and blocks and all of these kind of things. So you'll be pattern cutting in design and technology within fashion. There are loads of videos out there about how to pattern cut, but generally you will learn this on your course. Now, fashion technology is something completely different. It is how to use technology within garments. So you might be looking at fabric manipulation, you might be looking at about how to put electronics within the garments, you might be looking at robotics that can attach to the garments and make different elements move or shimmer or do different things. So there's two different halves to it. There's fashion design and technology, which is the pattern cutting, and then there's fashion technology, where it's implementing technology into fashion, if that makes sense. Okay, so on to the next one. Can fashion design be patented or copyrighted? Simple answer is yes, it can. If you've come up with a unique shape, a unique style, a unique block, or anything like that, you can put a patent or a copyright on it. If you've designed it and you've come up with it from scratch and it's this new thing that's never been done before, yes, you can. Now there is something else called intellectual property, and I've done a whole video about not getting sued within fashion design. If you want to go and watch it, I go through loads of different things, but basically intellectual property is once you've designed something, someone else can't come and rip it off, and that whole 7 changes to make a design new doesn't exist. Don't listen to it. But to answer your question is, if you've designed something and it's your original design, then yes, it can be patented and you do have intellectual property rights over it. Okay, on to the next one. Where to study fashion design? Well, I feel like I've already answered this question, but if you want to study fashion, the route that I took is I went to university and then I did a placement and then I got a job. That's the kind of general route that you can go down, but do you need university to become a fashion designer? No, I don't think you do. In most cases, if you want to start your own brand, you don't need to go to university for fashion design to start your own brand. There's so many different solutions now that you can do up front as a designer to skip that whole stage in the middle. Like, there's so many things out there like stock buys. You can buy stock and launch a website. You can buy stock and add prints to it and then launch your own collection. You can also come up with a concept and idea and build mood boards and send it to people on things like Fiverr or Upwork or even Etsy to get people to design the garments that you want. You don't necessarily have to go to school to become a fashion designer. You just have to have a good concept and a good idea. Okay, so is fashion design a career? Yes, it's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Of course it's a career. You can be anything within fashion and design. You don't just have to be a fashion designer. There's so many different things. We've already gone over that, but yes, fashion design is a career. It's an achievable career if you're willing to work hard. I'm not saying it's easy to get into fashion because it's not. If you're willing to work hard and dedicate yourself to it, you can get into fashion. But yeah, it's a completely valid career, and if you go down the right career path, it could actually be quite lucrative. It all depends on what you want to do with your career going forward. But yeah, fashion design's a career. And then this is the last question that I'm going to answer, is how to fashion design for beginners. So if you have never designed clothing before, I would go out and look at clothing. I would go and look at how it's made, how it's put together. I would go and look at how things are developed and what things look like in store. From there, I would go home and start drawing. Now, you can do it by hand or you can do it on Illustrator and just try different skills so you get comfortable with using the programs that fashion designers use. From there, I would learn how to make a tech pack, and I've got videos about all of this sort of stuff if you want to go and watch them. But tech packs are really important, especially if you want to be a designer, because the majority of our jobs are done using tech packs. And after all that, if you want to launch your own brand, then you can also learn how to sew and sew it yourself, or you can send it to suppliers and get the garments made for you. But if you want to be a fashion designer and you don't know where to begin, I would just start by drawing garments, drawing them on the body, drawing them off the body, and really getting your eye in about how to make a garment look good when you're drawing it on paper or on Illustrator. Well, that is all the questions I am going to answer today. However, if you did see more questions within this circle that you wanted me to answer, let me know in the comment section below and I might do a part 2 to this video. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that beautiful red subscribe button. Please also check out my Etsy shop where you can buy CADs and vectors to help support you in your everyday design life, and it really helps to support this channel. Otherwise, I'll see you here every Thursday with a brand new video. Alright, okay, thanks for watching. Alright, bye. Tra tra tra. Bye.